Hello everybody and welcome to another reaction video, and today we're going to be reacting to Thulcandra, a band I've never heard of before, never heard any of their music obviously. So obviously did a little bit of research, and apparently Thulcandra is a melodic black metal band formed in Munich 2003. They recorded a demo in 2004, but none of the members of the band were particularly happy with it, so it never got released. Fair enough. I mean, they always say your own biggest critic. Let's have a look. Shortly thereafter, one of the two founder members actually committed suicide, which is incredibly unfortunate. So the band went on hiatus until the other founding member moved to another city in 2008. And upon revisiting their unreleased demo, he decided to restart the band. I mean, it can't have been an easy decision when one of your friends and founding members has passed on. The band's name originates from the 1989 demo from the band Darkthrone, classic black metal band, who themselves took the name from a 1938 science fiction novel, Out of the Silent Planet, written by C.S. Lewis, where Thulcandra is the name of said silent planet, which apparently is Earth. To date they have released 3 studio albums, the most one being released in 2015, and that's all I could find. So I know it's melodic black metal, that's as much as I've got, so I've got the lyrics up here, but with it being black metal, I've said this before and it's a little bit of a cliche, I'm not expecting the lyrics to be particularly deep, since most black metal, not all of it, seems to be about either forests and mountains or about demons, ghouls, magic and sacrifice. So we'll see. So yeah, I'll put a link to the original video in the description below as normal, and I think we'll just get straight on with it. What do you think? Yeah, I agree. Let's go. Well, the musicianship to this track is amazing. It's not what I would consider traditional black metal. There's definitely you can definitely hear the influence of black metal in there, but more traditionally, black metal tends to be like really fast, repetitive riffs, and like constant blast beats on the drum. But again, they've said they're melodic death metal, so it's got more of a rhythm to it, it's got more of a melody to it, so you know, the musicianship is phenomenal. The vocals I really like the vocals as well. I like the vocal style. It does seem to be a little something lacking from it. I'm not quite sure what. I mean, I think maybe it sounds a little bit thin. Like maybe in the mixing, the vocals weren't mixed particularly well. That's just my opinion. I don't know what it is. There just doesn't seem to be any depth in the actual performance itself. Looking at the actual lyrics themselves, I'm struggling to find any sort of deep meaning behind it. It could possibly be something about the fall of man. I'm not sure. I mean, the track is called The Second Fall. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. The track called The Second Fall. You know, it could be just like the fall of man, the fact that we're, you know, essentially damning ourselves. I mean, there's the lines here: crawling down, the fear of man blindfolds for the weak, crawling down the herd in pain, carving the eyes of might. I mean, I'm not sure that last line is actually right, because it sounded like he said something different in the actual track. So, you know, it could essentially be the fall of man. It could be like referencing the seventh extinction, as it were, but I'm not entirely sure. It's purely guesswork, and we'll have to see what the rest of the lyrics say. Let's carry on. Just having a look through the lyrics as I'm going, there is the possibility that this could also be referencing possibly something like Satan, like the second coming of Satan and the second fall of Satan, because they do reference here the disciples' bleeding wings torn from Satan's grace and height, the reflection cracked in cold embrace. Now, it's well documented in the Bible that Satan himself was in fact one of God's angels, and he was cast down to be the rule of hell because, God forbid, God forbid, that was actually a very unintended pun, he actually wanted to give man free will, and they didn't like that, so they cast him out. So it says they're torn from Satan's height and grace, so it's making a reference to the disciples' bleeding wings torn from Satan's grace and height, so it almost seems like it was another angel that they didn't agree with, and they're referencing, you know, he's being cast from exactly the same place where Satan once sat. Possibly. You know, this is purely guess. And then there's lines further down. A sinner and a snake invoked, the cowards calling, deceivers of the spirit returning to the Lord of Flies. Of course, excuse me, Lord of Flies is another phrase, term, name used for Satan. So, you know, like I said, this is complete guesswork. I couldn't find anything specific about the song. I do like it though. It's very good. It's a good piece of music. Yeah. Let's carry on. Well, there we go. That was Thulcandra, the second fall. Carrying on from what I was saying before, there's the line there, the descent of a star. And now everybody, well, not everybody, it's another one of those things where Satan himself is often referred to as the fallen star. So, you know, like I said, I'm purely guessing on what the song is about itself. I could be completely wrong. I probably am, I don't know. But no, it was a very, very good track. The musicianship was phenomenal, and like I said, it wasn't your typical black metal music, which is quite nice, because I like black metal, but a lot of it does tend to sound the same, because they all sort of rely on the same riff, just like strumming the same power chord like 16 times and shifting down 2 and doing exactly the same again. And, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it's just a little bit repetitive and a bit dull. But no, this was quite good. I shall have to check out some more of their stuff. But like I said, something about the vocal performance just didn't seem to have as much depth as I would have thought. But like I said, that could possibly, in the mixing, it might just be this one specific track where it doesn't quite sound right. But then again, that's just my personal opinion. To me, it sounded like there could have been a bit more depth to the vocals. Other than that, no, I quite liked it. So yeah, we'll leave that as it is. Again, this is, as you may have noticed, the video is slightly different, and for some reason the music video sort of skipped and stuttered a bit for some reason, and I think there might be something to do with the new software I'm using. I don't know. I'm still trying to get used to the camera and all the settings, so if the sound is a bit off, I do apologise. But But anyway, yeah, we'll leave that as it is. If anybody would like to recommend anything for me to check out, please do so. Drop a comment below or message me on Instagram. And yeah, I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.